back. No guest this week, but we are fun.
Yes, our guest had some problems. And by problems I mean it was a last minute. Hey, can you be our guest? And he was like, I have too many problems. I was like, you're perfect.
Diarrhea, basically.
Yeah.
And
Sorry for that. He shouldn't have drank vodka and eaten hummus at the same time.
well, what do you think is gonna happen if you like drink vodka and then do something like drink vodka, give to the poor, like cancel out, like negative and
Uh,
negative, it's like positive.
yeah, well,
Uh,
depends your definition of poor.
like homeless,
Ah, okay.
or as some people like to call them, unhoused now. So
Unhoused.
yeah.
Someone unhoused them.
It- I'm pretty sure people made this joke before, but like I'm pretty sure like that's the least of their care. You know what I mean? Like homeless people don't give a fuck what you call them. They want your money. Like
Yeah.
they want your money, heroin. Like
Well, the thing is that they might care what you call them, because then, for example, there are homeless shelters. So if they're not homeless, if that title is not like in video
mm,
games, the title should be up,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like Claudia homeless. It should be
Mm-hmm.
there, that title to be known, to let them in, to let them in. Uh-huh.
You wanna know who the people I hate? You ever see those YouTubers or like TikTokers who use the homeless people for a quick laugh? I hate those cunts. Like
Oh man.
homeless people, like fast food workers. Like
Yeah.
I hope you
Yeah.
fucking die.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, that's great. Like about 1 minute in, and we
I
already wish someone
wish death on
something.
people. Like here's my theory. Listen, because there was this I'm pretty sure I showed you this video before. Like this guy who would pay like homeless people or like crackheads to like beat the shit
Yeah.
out of each other.
Oh shit. No, I haven't watched that. Holy fuck.
No, I remember I showed you because then I showed you like Dr. Phil invited him to his
Okay.
show, and he came in
Uh-huh.
like a costume, shaved his head in like a Dr. Phil way, and
Oh,
he goes, "You're shitting on me, but you do the exact same thing. You bring people with mental illnesses on your show so you can get paid."
yeah. And he's
And
not even a fucking doctor. But yeah.
well, I think he lost his license or some stuff like that.
What I remember is that he is like he has a PhD, but
Uh,
he's not
License.
like, yeah, licensed to do that stuff.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in my head, I somewhat respect the guy who paid the homeless people because
Oh,
like like he's like, hey man, listen, I'm doing this, I'll pay you. You good with it? And was was like, yeah, okay, I'm good with it.
do you think it's staged?
Who? Dr. Phil?
Well, no, Dr. Phil is definitely, like, I would say, half staged, because
Yeah,
like cameras, like, and like there's editing. It's like a reality show that has a producer.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but no, I'm talking this guy who pays the homeless. Do you think it's like staged?
I don't think it was. Uh,
Ah,
I'm bad character of knowing when stuff is staged or not. Like I'm really bad at this
uh,
stuff. Like I thought really the
oh man, I
Kardashians didn't get plastic
the
surgery.
like I think that's all of it is staged, and like for content, you know,
Well,
to make
obviously,
sure that it's proper.
a lot is staged for content, but like
Yeah.
there's you remember those like I used to love those shows when I was there was like YouTube prank shows.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them were
Yeah.
staged, if not all of them, and it's
Yeah.
kind
I
of
remember that, like, the in I think this was, I think, in Egypt and in Jordan. The shows were like they prank people,
Oh
you
yeah, yeah.
know?
We have a guy who like every Ramadan he has his own show where he pranks people, and every year
Yeah.
people are making rumors that it's staged.
Like the guy who pranks celebrities.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember when that came out, like that stuff came out, I was like, this is 100% staged because if you're a celebrity, you're not gonna be swimming with lions, you know? Well, I think it was lions, I don't remember. But
Uh,
like, there's no way you know,
well,
like
s-
because you
mhm.
like here's the thing, when you do like a television show, whatever, you have to sign like what do you call it? You have to
NDA.
sign like yeah, like NDA. You have to sign, for example, about safety, about
Uh-huh.
all of that. So and plus the actors have already seen this guy do that shit 2 or 3 years before,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So like when he invites them suddenly to a boat ride in the middle of the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're not like, oh wait, he's doing this for the good of my heart. Plus they get paid.
Yeah, but here's now here's how I'm gonna defend him. Every year it's different. It's a different prank. So one year it was on a boat. I remember one time it was just like a skyscraper. It was like some 9/11 stuff was happening. Like elevators were falling, burning, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like this was what I remember. Like so, I know every year it's a different prank, and it's not him inviting him. They think they're being interviewed by some other
But isn't
guy.
he like there? Because I remember like he has to be there. Like
He,
they
he's
talk to him.
he's there, but like like I remember one time it was like a plane crash.
Yeah.
Ironically, it came like literally before the skyscraper being on fire. But anyways,
Yeah.
like a plane crash, and he was dressed in like an old guy makeup,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
I
like
saw that and I was like, how can you not? Well, maybe you yeah, like I'm a viewer, maybe I'm judging it that I get it, that's him, you know? But like sometimes I like there's no way you don't. Plus, there is one prank that
uh-huh.
he did, I think with Van Damme,
I know he
and
did like Sylvester Stallone one time.
maybe Sylvester, but like one like the like Hollywood celebrity or whatever, or washed up celebrity, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, and that celebrity came out and he was like, "Oh, this was all staged."
Oh, okay. Well then,
Yeah,
because here's what I was about to tell you. I was about to tell you, like, even though I was defending it, like, even though I'm defending the guy, I wouldn't be surprised if like it turns out to be staged. Like, this is how
yeah.
little I believe in people nowadays. But by the way,
Man,
uh,
what I don't believe in,
uh-huh,
it's cutting a little bit.
a bit, yeah, yeah, but
Yeah. What I don't believe in is that this is the problem, is that it's they would do anything for content, and that's why like this is why like I don't believe that any of that is genuine. How do you call it? Like it's all a lie. It's all a lie. And like my world is shattered when I was like, what? You want to tell me the stuff that Ashton Kutcher did like 20 years ago was all staged? No, man. I was like heartbroken. Well, that's first world problems, although I'm in a third world country.
uh,
Yeah.
like but I know like about the stage, but here's I remember seeing this video, and like there's a lot of videos like that where like this guy just goes inside so it's a fast food place, and he goes to where the workers are. Like I remember I've seen this guy go and he just dumps up ice in the fryer,
Okay.
and I don't think it was staged because like the workers were in shock, and I'm pretty sure like McDonald's workers are not like yeah, one of them is an
But
aspiring actor, but
but
not all 20, you
but
know?
here's the thing. Here's the thing. uh, you know that if they're hurt, they can sue. If like they have to sign like to waiver, for example, they have to waiver their safety. You know?
They can't sue or can.
No, they have like the so the company or whatever television show, they make them sign a like the contract, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And in the contract, some of like maybe one of what do you call it? The points is that oh, if any bad happens to you, it's not our fault. And I think that's how I think that it's staged. because they have to sign these contracts pre,
Uh,
how do you call it? Like pre-recording.
but do you think
Also,
actors read the contract?
oh man, no, they don't. They probably can't read. Also, like they can't read more than three or four, like their lines in
Yeah. Like
yeah
I'm
in a
pretty
script.
sure
But
mhm.
their manager has to because their manager gets paid by them, and if they get hurt, it's their manager's fault.
Well,
You
this is
know?
what I thought. Like the manager reads it, and
Yeah,
like he's like, "Oh, prank show. Okay, I'm just gonna tell them interview, and then they're gonna get pranked. Maybe I don't know."
yeah. You see, and then it becomes more because if they do that, I know now I'm shattering your bubble. If if they do that, if they do that, if their client gets hurt, it's on the manager,
Yeah.
you know?
Also, like yeah. Also,
But
like, client
like
the client is gonna lose jobs, and also manager is gonna get
exactly,
fucked.
yeah, and he's gonna get, for example, also the client will be angry. If the client gets angry, he's gonna shit on the manager, and the manager doesn't want. The manager wants to protect his job.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is why I kind of like this all shattered in front of me. But like there's one what happened to me. I recorded like there was a show in Russia. Like one guy interviews foreigners,
Uh-huh.
and we do like all of weird stuff, which was very like it was really fun to do. One of the things that they did to me is like they came to me like, listen, man, we're gonna buy like fake rubles or whatever, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
$100, we're gonna get more money, like 2 rubles more or whatever. And I was like, I get that this is bullshit. Like it's clearly bullshit. So we go like to an alley. You know, I remember because it was under an arc, and under it there was a guy who would sell this money, and he had a bag full of money. And when he opens, he's like, "Oh, watch this, blah blah blah," and I can see it. And there's a camera like behind me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's so clear, like this is all bullshit. And I look at the money, and on the money it said like 5,000 rubles,
Mm-hmm.
and it said that this is fake.
Ah, okay.
I just look at the guy who was like doing this, like the interview, or like I'm walking with and talking to, and I'm looking at it and go, oh man, this is so like, should I burst the bubble now, or should I just go with the flow? So I went with the flow, yeah.
And
And it's, and when I went with it, suddenly, like when we were exchanging the money, the like a car comes like Spetsnaz, you know, like special forces come and they grab me. But when they grabbed me, they were like very gentle with how they grabbed me. I was like, come on, man. They put me in a van, and they're like shouting at me. And one of them, I was just like giving him like eye contact to the point where he was looking at me, going, where? Like just shouting. And
mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at him like staring. The Arab was like, I'm gonna Bin Laden you, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know? At the point when he looked at me and he just put his eyes down, I was like, this is too much bullshit, you know? You can't. So I'm trying to hide my smile. I
Mm-hmm.
was like it's just being worried, like I'm trying to hide it so hard, like I think it popped a vein, you know? And after it, they were like, did you believe that this was fake? I was like, man, the money said it was fake money. How much of an idiot do you think we are, my friend?
Mm.
But what I would have liked them to do. While we were doing that, so at one point I thought it was real. At one like a second. Why? Because while we were recording, there was a woman who was walking with her baby, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and I was like, there's no like, and she looked like she had no idea what was going on. She was just a random person, like a random bystander. And I was like, oh wait, this actually might be like how do you call it, real,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then I looked at the money quick. I was like, oh, fake money. Never mind.
Ah, okay. And
You
like the
know?
lady turned out to be
No, she was actually a random bystander.
okay, okay.
And what's funnier about this is that in my head, I was like, you know what? It would be awesome if what they did. So they would do this prank, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's like they would make it a little bit like obvious that it's fake, and make you like do the fake that, oh, I know it's not fake. And then they would have another prank waiting for me.
Oh, yeah. Then okay,
Yeah.
then.
They didn't do that. I was kind of disappointed,
Hmm.
you know. And I
So
remember in the Yeah.
It was a show just pranking foreigners or what? Like,
It's so what they do in the show is they interview foreigners and then they have like a hidden prank, you
okay,
know? Yeah,
okay.
I remember Adrian Ebert. She did it. I remember also Tyson from Zambia. He also was in it, and it was I was so fucking disappointed
Mm,
in that point. It was like, please have a hidden prank for me, and I will be very happy. But it didn't work because each time they would ask me, "Did you think this is fake or not fake?" You know, I was like, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, and the whole time when they would ask me this question, you know what I would say? Not fake. And I would hope that it's not fake.
Yeah,
You know? Like
if I was, I would have probably said it. I knew it was fake. You guys are stupid. Like I would have shat on them.
I kind of regret not doing that. One
Mm,
of my many regrets in life, of course. And this is the biggest one. I was like, I should have done that rather than like
like
to
yeah.
break the fourth wall, basically. But I didn't do that. I was too much of a pussy not to do it. So I should have done. Now, here goes my question to you.
Okay.
Since we talked about the guy who like gave homeless people money to fight each other,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you think that this thing for content is getting a bit out of hand? To do anything for content,
I
basically?
I hate it. I hate it, but I hate it more when I know like the guy's being used just because he can't do shit. Like, okay, I think like two homeless guys fighting. Well, for me, it's not funny,
Mm,
but I can understand how someone would find it funny or interesting or
yeah,
entertaining. But in my head, I'm like, at least I have this peace of mind where I'm like, okay, homeless guy got something out of it.
yeah, which is money for the alcohol, you mean?
Crack or whatever. Yeah.
Uh,
Like live your life, homeless guy. Like I don't care. Like you don't need teeth to like smoke crack, I think. So or they're gonna fall out anyways, you know, so it's fine.
plus, he needs a place to hide it if he is ever caught. I get it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Fun
Uh,
fact. It's true. I heard about this. You can hide your crack in
yeah,
your
yeah, but
teeth.
in other places too. But
Hmm.
yeah.
Ass, yeah. Well,
Oh yeah, yeah. You don't know the. Well, it's not that I experienced it, but I know of it. Is the what did I forgot? It had something. It was called something. They would put like something up, like it's something that you buy and you can put it
oh
up
yeah,
your.
yeah. I forgot to say, I also heard it from a prison guy. Like because like
Yeah.
I know like they because shanks like they would hide the shanks in like a capsule because
Uh-huh. Yes,
they
yes,
don't
yes,
want
yes.
the shanks to like cut their
Yeah,
organs or whatever.
yeah.
What was he talking
Yeah.
about? Ass.
We're talking about how like this thing that
Ah, getting out of
doing
hand.
this, yeah, get like for content, just getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think it is getting out of hand, and I think a lot of those people should get jailed.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
this is why this is something I'm finally first time in my podcast career I'm gonna uh what do you call it when you're like I'm gonna praise Russia.
Uh-huh.
There was two kids um who like so there was like well if you don't know you probably know this because in Russia but like in Russia there are like you can switch lines and sometimes like there's like somewhat of a bridge that goes
Uh-huh.
on top of the metro so like
Yeah.
so one kid jumps on on the metro on like the train itself
The train.
yeah
Yeah.
goes to the light bulb unscrews the light bulb and takes it. I just saw this on like a Telegram channel. I saw them. I swipe I swipe left. Next, there those two kids are in the police station getting like they're gonna get fucked probably. They were like crying, apologizing, and I'm like, yes, fuck you because you thought it's like
Yeah.
oh hilarious, but like you know how many people's lives you like ruin like because the train had to be delayed
Yeah,
some cunt has lost his job because of you, because you
yeah,
wanted to be famous for 5 minutes.
yeah, man. It's you know why I'm saying this? Recently, there's been like kind of a drama because apparently drama sells. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we have to have a drama beef between us, and then our podcast will bang get
Hmm.
like 10 more views. Uh, the thing with it, it's so one guy he did a mistake, and everybody is shitting on him for content,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's acceptable. Now that guy is getting death threats from the fans of of the other content creators,
hmm.
you know. He got death threats. He says in the hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands, and whatever. But it's like this idea of let's shit on someone for content. This is what content is now. It's not informative. It's just people shitting on other people and this like for money.
Sometimes it is informative though, I would say sometimes. But also for me, it depends on like how big the mistake is. Like, did he, I don't know,
Yeah,
accidentally say retarded, or did he talk to a minor? Like
he made a
different.
mistake in a game. That's it.
Like, what do you mean mistake? Like,
Like a mistake in a video game. He made a mistake in an online video game, and everybody is using his mistake as content. There's even a song about his mistake.
oh, I
You
didn't
know?
know that.
Yeah,
Okay. No, that this is
like
stupid then.
yeah, and like the justification for all this shitting on him is like, oh, it's okay because it's for content. I was like, this is what like now what content is, just that is the same as I don't know if you know this guy, something Somali, the guy in South Korea. Like he went to South Korea. First, he went to Japan. He was
Oh
like
yeah, 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 yeah.
desecrating Japanese stuff.
I hate that guy.
Yes. So
This motherfuckers should be jailed.
he is actually tried. I don't know what happened
Ah,
now,
okay.
but he was actually one thing that happened, which was very funny in South Korea, is that
Uh-huh.
South Koreans, they put a wanted poster about him. So it's like, hey, if you see him, punch him.
I swear, listen. I am you know me, but I'm a nice person. I love all people, but this guy, he should, he needs to go to North Korea and get nuked or whatever the fuck they do. Like,
Well, if North Korea tries to nuke him, they're gonna nuke themselves anyways. So yeah, I get it.
yeah. Also, like, I saw this. I was gonna say I read this article, but basically every time I say I read an article, it means I watched a 20-minute YouTube video. I saw
It means you only read the title.
read the
Yeah.
title, yeah. But there's this guy, Chinese or Taiwan, Chinese, let's call him Chinese,
Okay.
Asian. Something about chickens. Maybe I think his name was something about chickens or something like that. He goes
Uh,
to Cambodia on like I want to make this article about Cambodian like slavery or like stuff, something like that.
uh,
And he does this video like live stream. He goes he goes like he was in like some warehouse or whatever, and then he goes, oh, like there's Cambodian military guys following me. He starts running, falls, gets caught by the Cambodian military guy, and
yeah.
then like next day he goes, I escaped, and it's like my shirt was torn, blah blah blah. There's out it's all fake.
Yeah.
Now
It's
now
staged.
now he got caught by the actual Cambodian police force,
Yeah.
and hopefully he gets jailed because he was gonna fuck up a country's fucking whatever you call it,
Like
like
the reputation
tourism,
of the country. Yeah, 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 yeah. With this shit. Oh, that's good.
all
Same as
for
with this guy,
five
South
minutes.
Korea.
Yeah, yeah, all for 5 minutes of fame.
It, it's what they call it's all for content. That's their justification of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you know like
like
this guy Speed? like streamer.
Yeah. The guy who jumps over cars.
Yeah, yeah, but I respect him more than the other people. Like, yeah, he does crazy shit, but not to the extent of like disrespecting people's culture. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird now what content is. One of the reasons I think, like for example, Twitter or X, whatever it's called,
Mm-hmm.
now like if you get the blue check mark, so depending on the engagement, I think that you get, so you get money from it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
Okay.
cents and like single digit dollars or whatever. But people, for example, are what people say rage baiting. You know what rage baiting is?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like,
Yeah, like, yeah, tell me.
oh no, it's like saying something like super outlandish just to get people to like, what the fuck are you
Basically,
saying? Yeah, yeah.
basically, you know? And they keep on like doing that just because, okay, this gives money, because it's like what I like to call free money, and people will do anything for free money in this case,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like false information and all of that. And it's just getting annoying. Sometimes it gets funny when they get like shit on or whatever, but it gets more annoying when it's like there has to be a limit. And I like the this thing with this guy in Cambodia, for example, that now the authorities are like, no, 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 you're not gonna do this, and nobody's gonna do this to us. This is like it's like a red line, you know. If you do this shit, you're gonna go to prison. And this I like.
Also, like, I remember, I think with the Somali guy who like with North
Yeah,
Korea and stuff. I remember, I think he got banned from Japan.
he got banned from Japan, and in South Korea, he's facing 15 years in jail, you know. But I'm not sure that how this trial is going right now,
Yeah,
you
but I'm
know.
telling you, like, yeah, banned from Japan. I'm like, I didn't watch the whole video, but I've seen clips of it, and it's
Yeah.
like he should have not like he should have gotten more like a worse sentence than just being banned.
Oh man, that Somali guy, I'm telling you, they put like a wanted like not advertisement, like yeah,
Post, yeah,
advertisement about him,
uh huh.
So literally, when he was walking down the street, some random guy would walk and just punch him in the face
He
and
deserves
tell
it.
him, "Did you record this?" And they would go like this happened to him. He got the shit beaten out of him. He goes to the hospital. After the hospital, goes back to his hotel, whatever. Comes out of the hotel, and another guy beats the shit out of him.
Hmm.
To the point where he starts getting like messages from guys who go, I'm now like military guys, South Korean military guys, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And if you read any of their manhwa or manga or whatever, they're
Uh-huh.
really hard guys.
Okay.
So yeah, well, again, if you read their comics, and uh, and
Uh-huh.
they're like, I am looking for you. Watch out when you walk down the street. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I was like, yes, consequence. I like this.
Yeah, this is what's missing in our society, consequences.
Yeah.
You fuck up,
No,
you learn from your mistakes.
thank God in stand up we don't have consequences. Yeah.
Mm. You say the N word, you become
It's
famous. Oh,
yeah. You see,
yeah,
content.
content. Actually, there's also another story, maybe you know of it. It's too bad we can't show those topics we're talking about. But there was this guy in a mall, like he was annoying like a delivery guy.
Okay.
Delivery guy gets a gun, shoots him. And yeah, like and too bad. Like the problem was the YouTuber survived. Like he got shot in the stomach, I believe, or something like that. He survives, and the guy goes, the delivery guy goes, "Oh, I did that in self-defense," and I'm like so happy, like that the charges were like dropped, or I don't know what's the
Yeah, the
lawyer
charges.
term. Yeah, 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 but I think he only got like a fine for getting a
Carrying a gun.
firearm. Yeah, like in a
Yeah.
mall. No, like I think the gun was licensed. Like it's
Uh,
legal,
uh,
but it's just like
yeah,
he showed it in a mall. That was the wrong
yeah,
thing. But I'm telling you, like these people, the thing is, I think it should start with us as human beings. We should stop liking and sharing these kind of videos because
Yeah, but
then people are
but
like,
drama sells.
yeah,
Drama sells. Like I'm telling you, Chris Rock's latest, how do you call it? Although he's very famous or whatever, but when his latest special, I
uh,
forgot what it
yeah,
was
yeah.
called. That one got so many views because everybody was expecting him drama, basically. And I kind of like what he did, that he didn't talk about it until the very end. This is what I like about it. This is the only thing probably that I like about it,
Well, yeah. Also,
you know?
it's a good marketing tactic. Like, well, it's like
Yeah,
like what women do. You know, like you wanna have sex with me, you gotta listen to me, about my day for like two hours. You know, he did that. He's like, you wanna hear about Will Smith? Listen to my bar
2 hours
jokes or what?
back,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
two
Like,
hours, more like 2 years.
well,
You know?
I was I was talking about
But yeah,
a loose girl. Yeah, a slut.
oh, you know. And speaking of X, have you heard like the latest Elon Musk drama thing? Not the rocket that
N
he shot like yesterday. So,
Nothing at all.
so you know that Elon Musk he advertises himself as like an amazing gamer. I don't know if you know this.
Doesn't look like a gamer. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as a gamer.
So he like on Joe Rogan, he
Uh-huh.
went out. I'm an amazing gamer, you know. And actually in Diablo 4, he's like one of the top gamers,
Okay. Good for
you
him.
know. Yeah, and he's like, I'm a gamer, blah blah, and all that stuff. And people were like, talking how like a god gamer he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so recently there's a game called Path of Exile 2, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So the game, it's an ARPG, it's a Diablo-like, you control this character and you farm, and it takes a lot of hours.
Okay.
This game, it's called PoE 2. It takes a lot of hours
Mm-hmm.
while playing it, to get your character. So he has a character that's like one of the highest rated characters in the whole game,
Okay.
like among millions of players, you
Okay.
know? And he's like so high rated. The problem with this is if you're that high rated, you know, you have to literally play 50 hours a day. Don't ask me how. Time has to flow really slow for you or really fast during the
Okay.
day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like a lot. Like there are guys who are playing this game who play like 50, like their streams are go for 50 hours straight, you know, and they're still not at that level.
Okay.
Now, it turned out that uh, he was paying someone, maybe someone's,
Mm-hmm. To play for
to
him.
play his account. Like one of
Yeah.
them was his character was online, like farming, and he was having on X like a live discussion with someone, and the game is really hard,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what the game like prizes itself. It's really hard game, yeah. So what happens? Like one guy made a video about it. He's like
Mm-hmm.
showing how everything is fake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And there's a popular streamer, one of the most popular, he's called Gold. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if you know him. So Gold not makes a video, he just reacts, which is now the React content,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rage baiting thing, all of that. And so he like makes a video about it and says how 100% this is not probably Elon Musk who plays it. There's no way that he gets his character. Okay. So he
Mm-hmm.
makes this video, puts it out on the internet, on YouTube. Next day, his blue mark gets taken, and his gamer check on Twitter gets taken.
Yeah.
And then Elon Musk has like a private discussion with him about streaming on X, Twitter formerly, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and and Elon Musk leaks the how do you call it the discussion that he had with him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So what usually right now what streamers have these streamers YouTube the guys who put on YouTube they have editors They make their content and they send it to the editors. Then the editor messes with it, and then he posts.
Mm-hmm.
So that as the goal tells them here, I'm gonna check with my editors about me streaming on X. So Elon Musk in his head, he reads the word editors. He doesn't think these are video editors. He thinks these are like journalist editors. He thinks that Asmongold has bosses, and he starts saying, "Fuck Asmongold." Like I'm paraphrasing,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
like Asmongold can piss off. He's not a gamer. He has a boss that he has to answer to someone. Like how petty are you to this point that someone who criticized you or actually showed that you're fake, that he goes, okay, you don't take any money from me and your account is fucked. And then he blocked him and now unblocked him.
I don't know, like this whole like how can you be a video game cuck? That's what's going on in my head. Like it's just
Yeah.
like I mean, I get like for me I don't like playing online games because I'm never like that great to where I can compete with people.
Uh-huh.
I'm decent in some games, but I like playing games where I get to do something. Like I feel it's like why then
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's not even like I would get it if it's like like you pay someone to work for you and then you become rich, but like or you get status. But it's like it's a game, so like there's no like status in it.
And you know what's so funny about it? Like
Uh-huh.
Elon Musk recently he has this controversy thing
Yeah.
because he's trying to get foreign workers to work in the US.
Okay.
And Donald Trump's whole thing is that my immigrant workers cannot work or like they can go back
Yeah,
to their
basic.
countries. And right now it came out, oh, maybe that's why Elon Musk is trying to get this immigrant visa thing, worker visa. He needs his Chinese farmers to come to America,
Yeah, it's like
you
this
know?
internet speed of yours is not gonna cut it. We need
Yeah.
faster
Yeah.
internet. Yeah, yeah,
And I like the thought that Elon Musk is outsourcing his gaming. Like this is what point the outsourcing came about.
yeah.
You know and you know what's also like as you said, and
Hmm.
it's annoying because I love playing games. I'm also a gamer. you know
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it just the weird thing about it is that if you came out as Elon Musk and you said, hey guys, I played this game and I suck at it, yeah, you will get people who are like haters, whatever, but you will get so much respect from other people who will say, fuck man, that you're like respect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's just weird. Like, may here's let's give I'll give him credit. Maybe he just wanted because like he has like this weird fan base, and maybe he felt like if I say I'm a
yeah,
gamer, I'm gonna
yeah.
appeal to them.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
so funny because like his fan base, like you could say, of course, I don't know how many his fan base is, but like they were defending him, and we were like, no, this is bullshit. There's no way like this happens with proof and everything. And now I love this thing when like they support their symbol and then there's proof that your symbol is a fraud.
And he still supports him.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is what I like. This is the same as like when you get people who support the dictator, they're
Hmm.
like, but they get nothing from it. They get literally nothing from it.
Actually,
Like why
yeah,
are you
like
supporting it?
there were a lot of memes when Kanye West, maybe you probably know who that is, yeah, like
Yeah.
great
Well,
rapper.
thank you. I am that old. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a lot of memes where like he said like some racist like anti-Semitic stuff, and then like people are like, "But Your Honor, he made graduation." Like it's like and like this is the only reason I don't really like Elon Musk. I really like the Tesla cars he's making. I really
Well,
think
here's the
Tesla's
thing.
cool.
Have you seen a Tesla car? Like outside right now. You look at the down the street.
Well, they're not really super available in Russia, but I've seen, yeah.
To be honest, I don't know, man. People talk about Tesla cars. I don't think they're that popular. you know. And right now, Chinese cars are like they're like how do you call it? Invading the market, so to
Man,
speak.
Chinese, everything Chinese is invading the market, man.
You know, they're just like going full ham on it. It's just very interesting for me how this guy like you want like I'll give you an example. Yeah, you know Henry Cavill, the Superman,
Oh yeah, yeah,
the
like yeah,
so he played this guy. He made like this live videos of him um, assembling a PC, and people love him for that. When he played The Witcher,
yeah,
you know, the role in The Witcher, people loved him for that because of how much he knew about the lore of
the
the
game.
story.
Oh yeah,
You know, and like it's already like I think it's a visual novel or a comic or like no, it's books even, and
hmm.
he knows so much about it to the point where he had fights with the I think the
I
director
remember.
and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
writers.
I remember he talked
This,
about the
yeah,
interviews. Yeah,
yeah, like this is why like his the last two seasons of it were shit because he had so much fight with them that they actually cut his role or like they fucked his dialogue.
well, yeah, I remember. I heard something like that. Like, he wanted to like be stay true to source material, and
Yes, yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes. You know, and he's also a Warhammer 40K enthusiast. For people who don't know what Warhammer 40K is, imagine Lord of the Rings times 1000
yeah.
lore in the future. Like it's such an expansive lore, and he knows so much about it. So he plays a game. It's called Space Marine 2. And in an interview, he says how much he loves this game, but also he said, he's like, listen, this game is so hard, I had to reduce the difficulty. And the amount of respect he got from people for saying that, you know, and it's
Yeah.
not one or two, it's like a lot of people go, yeah, yeah, we understand what you're talking about. Like, this is fucking hard, like, respect to you. And this is like how do you call it, the difference between Elon Musk, who's like, who thinks he's like, I don't know, I think he thinks that he owns the world, basically. You know, and he has to be top in everything, even if it's fake. And here's the funny thing. Now there becomes a question. Wait,
Hmm.
if you can fake about a game, what else have you faked about?
Yeah, I I can
Huh?
understand. Yeah, and also like a game is such a petty thing to fake.
Yes,
It's like
yes, yeah. It's
uh
just like so. It's like coming out saying I'm the best at solitaire. No fuck,
yeah,
and having a Chinese guy do it.
like it's like
Huh?
also I remember wasn't there like he was supposed to box another billionaire, Jeff Bezos or Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a boxing match between Elon
Oh
Musk?
yeah, yeah. They said he wanted to box I think Zuckerberg, but nothing happened.
Like yeah, I
I
was
think
actually kind of excited for that.
I think they watched the Mike Tyson and what's his name,
Jake
Jake
Paul.
Paul, yeah, like fight, and they went, okay, listen, we're not gonna do that. If Mike Tyson looks like this while boxing, how what are we gonna look like?
Also,
And yeah,
I remember they wanted to fight at the Colosseum in Rome actually. Like this is how much money the guy has. It's like
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, how much is his ego? How big is the ego to the point where I would love to see him do stand up because his ego fits, you know.
uh
Like, imagine him coming to an open mic, you know.
oh man, I have a story for you, right? Actually.
Yeah, sure.
Um Adrian, a fellow friend of the podcast, um she got a message from a guy who wanted to perform.
Okay.
And she goes he goes, "Oh, like what's like how do I perform?" Blah blah. She tells him like you have to post, blah blah blah. Like she told him how to like sign up. And then he
Yeah.
goes, "Okay, so how much am I gonna get paid?" Never did a set in his life. And she goes, "No, you don't get paid." And he goes, like she goes, "You don't get paid until you get invited to the like closed shows, which are usually like reserved for like somewhat
Experience. Yes,
yeah,
like fun.
experience.
Like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah." And then he goes, "So if I don't get paid, what's in it for me?" And I'm like, "You should have sent that guy to me. I would have like told him, who the fuck are you? Like you're a fucking loser."
And he would say, "My name is Elon Musk." You know?
Oh no, he has
Yeah,
had like an Arab name, so he probably rich as well. Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, I remember those the guys who were expecting to get paid without getting on stage.
I
To
see.
be honest, that's a nice mindset. I could like you look at it from a different like this point of view. It's like, yeah, I'm so good. I need to get paid from the first performance that I've never even gotten on stage or even said a word in the language that I'm gonna perform in.
Man, some comedians just I want to like shut the fuck up.
You know what you want them to do? You want to like throw them in a like a box, like put them there, like close the box, and like lock them in that box, and then throw yourself in the sea. You know what I'm saying? So that nobody knows where they are.
I like I'm telling you, man. I don't know. I don't want to be mean. I'm
It's fine. It's
feeling the
fine.
hatred in the air in this episode. Sorry, people. We love
Oh
God.
no, no, this is not hatred. This is just content.
Content, yeah, drama. Let's invite. Okay, this guy, he's Chinese and
Yeah.
he fought.
Oh man, you know what who did you remind me of? You remind me of like so many comedians. This is why like one night, remember, like not one night, like one day we were talking about what's the difference between a performer and a comedian. Like when
Oh
do you
yeah,
become a comedian?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
We spoke
and
with Arcadia actually. Might come
yeah,
on the podcast soon.
oh, hopefully,
Yeah.
and it's so funny for me this idea of I'm the king of the world and I haven't done anything, and this is so easy, I can do it. Like how many times have you seen someone perform and they're so confident,
Yeah.
and it's the first time they get on stage, they talk, and you're like, wait, where did that confidence go?
I actually like this is like happened like recently where like it was like last Saturday. I was at the
Yeah.
show and I go like I was like the last comedian. Never be the last comedian. First. First is the best because by the time I got to perform, like half the room left because the show
Oh
wasn't
man.
wasn't great. And yeah, but I heard one guy with his girlfriend like, "Oh, the show is shit."
Oh wow.
I'm like, "Ah, okay." And they leave. Guy comes back, asks the host, "Hey man, how can I sign up?" And I'm like, "You just said the show is shit. You're gonna make it worse. You don't know anything about comedy. I don't know. You don't know anything."
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like it has like a two-edged sword, yeah. They see a funny guy and they're like, oh, I can do this. And they also see a shit show and they say, oh, I can do this too. How bad can it be?
Yeah. Also,
And the thing is, this
uh-huh.
guy, he gets on stage and I bet you he's gonna talk about his relationship with his girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh,
Or that's
oh.
the other way around, or that's girl
Oh
comedians.
no, girl comedians. Guy comedians are like, you ever masturbate and
Ah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, with your girlfriend in the same room with
yeah.
another guy. Yeah.
I oh shit, I had something in my mind. I forgot it. Probably not important if I forgot
Yeah.
it.
It's just,
Comedian.
it's so fun. Why was the show bad, by the way?
Oh, sorry. I remember what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. I don't know. This is one of my lowest moments as like a comedian slash performer slash whatever you want to call me. I was at a show. I go there. I bombed. Like fuck. And I was like, okay, most of the comedians uh, today like bombed. So maybe like not a good night for comedy. Then one of the comedians' boyfriend goes on stage for the first time. Kills. I'm like, no fucking way did I just like
Who's this guy?
work on material for like 4 years to bomb. So this guy can like fucking be the best comedian.
What was he talking about?
His girlfriend, how has an American girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, fucking hell. I
And
wish I was like,
like there was once when we were performing at a karaoke place. This was in Russia,
mm-hmm,
and same comedy. We were doing it like everybody there was performing for plus like 4 years at that time, and we all bombed. The host did shit. Everybody did bad, yeah. And then one guy goes like, "Can I get on stage?" So the host puts him on stage. He gets on stage, and you know what he did? Like while we were performing, he was sitting in the back writing what we were talking about. And then
mm-hmm.
he gets on stage, he just reads what we were talking about and comments on it. And it's like such shallow comments. And it gets a laugh from everybody. It gets a laugh from the comedians because we're dicks. We're
Okay,
laughing at each other, you know.
okay,
And because we were laughing so loud, the audience started laughing with us. But it was
okay.
just like, commentary about like this. So it's the same. Like we were working so hard on this fucking material so that you could come and shit on us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it
And that's
happens.
the thing about like when someone before does shit, you want to shit on him, but also you're like, "Ah, he worked hard on it." Like it's kind of sad
Well,
shitting on him.
there, there, there is, well, it depends. Like, let's say, so you're like, for example, I get on stage and I do that, and you want to get after me and shit on me.
Well, in some way, it like it feels good to do it, but it's also like
You,
it's basically what the whole show Kill Tony is based on.
yeah,
Does shit we shit on him. Like
yeah, but that's the basis of that show. Plus,
yeah,
there's a panel I remember in Kill
yeah,
Tony,
yeah,
right?
Kill, yeah, yeah. There's
So
different
it's the
panels.
panel that's their job. But in our situation, what I like to say, like, because I see a lot of hosts do it when they like after a comedian, they get on stage and they comment on the comedian's performance,
Mm-hmm.
or this, and then they shit on them or shit on the material that they did.
That's me.
Yeah, that feels bad. But the thing is that what I realized about it is that there's a small like line to it, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
one comment about it. Sometimes I used to see hosts who would like take your joke and then start adding their own things to it to the point where you feel, oh wow, I'm writing this and I'm like, I wrote this so bad. And he just got on stage and like he did
Rift.
so much better
Yeah.
than me. Yeah, I riffed on it. The problem with that is that while, if you notice, like you're off stage, you're actually like recording what he's saying so you can like have some snappy things with
Mm-hmm.
your experience, and it's so fresh in the audience's mind that it comes out as if like you already know what you're gonna say. So when you get on stage, the audience think you're improvising, and that adds a level of laughter to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of like, but I learned that no, I don't want to make another performer comedian like feel bad. No, this is not what I want to do. But I get what you're saying. I used to see it so many times. Yeah.
Well, like, but this was before I started hosting, but this is the only reason why I think it's okay to shit on comedians who suck because I got
Hmm.
shat on one time, like it was like a Russian show host goes like first comedian bombs, second comedian bombs, third comedian bombs. Those is not doing a great job. And then this is
Yeah.
how I get introduced. The next performer is gonna show you what true comedy is like. You're gonna be laughing your asses off. Host never saw me perform in his life. Never saw me.
Uh,
I go, I bomb, I like eat shit, zero laughs. And then the
that's
host
that's the
goes,
equivalent of that's the equivalent of the next comedian is very good.
yeah, oh,
It's
it's
very
even
funny.
worse. Like he hyped me up so
Yeah.
so much. And then he
Yeah.
goes, I apologize, people. This was shit. I'm never gonna say those words again ever. This guy doesn't know what
Yeah.
comedy is, and I'm like,
Oh man, that feels bad. That feels bad.
you suck as a host,
That
man.
feels bad.
And it did help
Yeah,
that
that feels so
my
bad.
friend, who's like now like one of my comedy buddies, he goes, "Yeah, man, you need to learn how to perform to those kind." Because it was like not a shitty room, but it was like not comedy goers. They're just casual comedy fans. And he goes,
Yeah.
you need to learn how to perform to those type of audiences if you want to become a successful comedian, because they're the person who would like scroll through TV, see a comedian performing, and like, okay, maybe I'll watch it. Like,
No, man, that feels so bad.
yeah.
I know the feeling after it. I like, you know who I like? I like comedians, like after I perform, they would get on stage and then they would comment on, for example, how I look and what I talk about.
Mm.
This I liked. For some reason, I liked it because it actually gave me ideas, you know? I
Yeah.
was like, oh, wait, I did not explore that angle. Wow, thank you. You know, the experienced host, I noticed that they did not shit on my material. The experienced host, yeah, they kind of like not banter. They riffed off again how I looked, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and what they perceive of, for example, my life, let's say in Russia, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that I really, really like.
Mm.
You know, like there's one joke. There's one time when I was performing at the stand-up store Moscow in Russia. So I did a political joke, which is like a very, let's say it's a harsh political joke. Did great. The joke landed. Everything was great. I get on off stage, and the comedian gets after the host goes after me, and he like says and like Abed blah blah. He's on his way now to the airport or whatever to get
Mm-hmm.
deported, you know. And that got like a big laugh, and I like oh I laughed at this, you know, because I liked what he said. You know, it's like he commented of how I look, what I talked about, and he just combined them like something like snappy,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know, not shitting on me, nothing. It was such like I like this level,
Mm.
you know. It gives it like more drive, let's say, for me. It gives me like more drive to like write better, let's say, and like, oh wow, this is like I really like this way of
Mm-hmm.
people when they do it. They don't shit on the person. This is what I hate. I fucking hate it when someone would shit on another person. You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
Yeah.
I
By the way,
uh-huh.
yeah.
No, 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 you go.
Why was the show shit?
Ah, it was like around 15 comedians, so the host didn't really do that good of a job at warming up.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like, well, like sometimes the audience are not ready for comedy. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't come to laugh,
Mm.
basically. I don't know why. Like, we talked about it
Do,
with like Laura
do you
Lopez,
think
with like,
yeah, do you think
like,
it's
uh-huh.
because of the host and like the vibe of the whole show? Like, for example, you put like one thing, especially in Russia, you guys, again, I say it with like respect and all of this, it's like performing in English in Russia is kind of a handicap.
It is.
You know, you're giving yourself a handicap.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you because like in my mind, like there was like I would understand if like one comedian was bad, but I was
Yeah.
like almost all 15.
Hmm.
Like maybe only like two were like got big. Like I started strong. I got like a strong beginning, but then at the end it was bad. But I would have understood if like it was 50-50. Then like it would have been like okay, 50 were like off their game today, but like the audience would have laughed at good jokes. But then I would hear good jokes and the people were not reacting, and it's really annoying when you don't know why.
Hmm.
Because
One thing I
uh-huh.
always noticed, keep that thought in your head, please,
Hmm.
is when I remember like when you have three or four, let's say, Russian comedians who didn't speak English well,
Hmm.
you know, and they put like like in a
In a
row,
row, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and they're put in a row, so that gives like that lowers the vibe of the whole show. It's like, oh, we came to uh, a beginner English lesson, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I understand. But like for me, sometimes, like sometimes, and I know like a friend of mine, Vasily Medvedev, he always does it when he's bombing for like 5 minutes. At the end, he goes like, "Do you guys even speak English?"
Yeah,
And like sometimes I really believe that their English is shit.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, this happens a lot. Like I remember when we were performing at Steal the Show, we had a weird vibe there, which was sometimes it was great shows, and sometimes you can feel that the audience came for a speaking club,
Yeah.
you know? Plus, when the host talks to the audience, that's what they expect. Like that's it gets more laughter. And then when
Mhm.
you get on stage with material that doesn't work, you're like, but it worked. Like I tried it 700 times before,
Yeah,
you
it's
know? I think sometimes it's just like the vibe with this thing. And you know how I how I dealt with it? Because we had a lot of Russians and all this when I hosted. I used to check their energy,
hmm
you know? So I would put like high energy, low energy, high energy, lower energy. It didn't matter how they spoke, it just mattered with their energy and how like they like
mm,
gave themselves. And that made the show not feel like the air was sucked out of it.
yeah.
You know, it just like there was like like I don't know how to.
Yeah, yeah. I just remember when about like the high energy because I remember one show. It was like you, you ran out of high energy comedians and you put me with Fodif and
Oh,
Ermek in a row, and it was just like the energy was just getting lower and low
well,
because we were all like three low energy comedians, but it was like
yeah,
so weird. But yeah,
yeah. But here's the thing with this, I always trust one thing is that I trust how funny you guys are. You
yeah,
know, like I trust, yeah, yeah, low energy, but I trust like they will make them like laugh in the first 20 seconds. This is how, especially with Ermek and Vadim Mifodev's like beginning joke. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I always trust this that you guys will lift him up in the first 20 seconds, and then it's on you.
yeah.
You know,
You wanna know something? It's about hosting now. I There's something about hosting I can't fucking crack. Like
well,
I don't know maybe if it was luck or what it was, but I remember like last two shows I hosted kind of bad. Well, like one was bad because there was only like one audience member, and like I got the audience member to laugh. And I remember then I had like a Christmas show I had to do where I was like dressed as Santa. I could barely get them to laugh. I'm like, what the fuck was wrong? And I remember a comedian who I hate. Well, not I hate like who
you
I
hate Omar, you hate. We get it.
no
Okay.
no not hate like who you can ask a lot of the comedians I hang out with a lot, and
Yeah,
they would all tell you he's not good of a comedian. Like he has
yeah.
jokes, but he's not a real comedian. He's just he can make people laugh, but not the comedian. Like nothing
Mm.
of substance in his material. And this guy would go on stage twice in a row, kill. He would The audience would be so warm that no matter what you do, they would laugh.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck did he do it? I don't know how. Maybe I should just become funnier. Well, probably that's the only real thing I should do. But yeah, but
Uh, oh no, I always like when someone does that, I'm like, thank you. That was good. Thank you for that.
I like when a comedian when the audience is warm. I don't like when they're too hot. I
Oh yeah, yeah.
kind of hate it. I don't know. It's just like
No, for me the two, but you have to like use it. Let's say like when they're too hot, it's your time to, for example, use new material to check it,
well, yeah,
you know,
well,
or
both
to
ways.
tell a story. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm all like right now. I'm currently like, well, I just started in January. I like found like the 5 minutes I want to check for now.
mhm,
But like for a while, every week I would just try new material because I would have like I want to build my final like 20 minutes to finish my hour. But
yeah.
but every week I would have like new joke ideas, and I'm like, I like I really want to work on that joke. Like I really think it's funny, and I want to try it. I don't know, but
Does it does it work? Because I remember like how your jokes are. This. can you not test it in Russian?
Uh,
Because I know that you love, I know, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that you love testing it in English,
yeah.
yeah. But do you like also test it in Russian and like say, okay, it works in Russian, therefore it works in English, or what?
Well, for me, it's I tested it in English. I know it works, and then I'm like, okay, I'll test it in Russian.
Does it?
No, well, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
Okay.
You know the joke. But the ones that I only test in Russian is if I know like the joke doesn't translate well to English, or you can't translate it properly.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. You know what I realized this is that what you can do is you can ask like the known comedians who you know to open for them
Yeah.
and like put the jokes that you want to test whatever like in the middle because their audience usually are an audience who like they're happy, you know? They're there for comedy basically.
In my this is what I wish, but I know the comedian doesn't usually have openers.
Uh-huh.
But I feel this is the comedian whose audience is gonna love my style because we have similar styles in the
Uh-huh.
it's kind of fucked up what we talked about, which is the Vasily Medvedev. I think his audience, I need his audience basically.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
have you tried texting him and telling him, hey, can I do 5 minutes for you?
I tried when I was just starting out. Like
No, you have to
I did
keep
my
on
first
trying, man.
set and yeah, maybe.
This is why I respect Mathieu, a French comedian.
Yeah.
This is why I like he texts the comedians. He's like, hey, can I open for you? Hey, can I open for you? Like
Yeah.
you
I
should do that.
kind of hate it a bit. Like
I
I
get
feel
it.
like,
I get it.
imposing
But,
on them.
well, it's not that you're imposing. You're asking can. You're not showing up there last minute going, hey, put me on stage, you know?
Yeah, probably.
And if you get rejected, hey, you're doing comedy. You're gonna get shitloads of rejections.
Well,
Plus
that's
dating,
true. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like that's something I like if you believe his audience are the ones who are gonna like your shit, so try it. What are you gonna lose, basically?
Well,
Face,
yeah. Well,
you know?
I feel like his audience out of the comedians I know, like famous comedian I know personally,
Yeah,
they are because he he is a darker comedian and he has like some fucked up like he does like those fucked up observational stuff which I
yeah.
also kind of do, so it's like
Unique observation. I like his unique observations. That's
yeah.
his. I really, really like it. You know, like
Also
here in Jordan,
uh
it's hard a little bit to open for comedy. Like there's a famous American Lebanese comedian. She's coming here,
uh-huh
and I tried to like to text her to get to open for her, but there's other like much more famous Jordanian comedians who already like they already
texted me.
texted her.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And like so, but it's you have to try it. You
Anyway,
know,
also
that's
yeah.
yeah,
Oh no, I was gonna say because you said maybe we could work on bits this episode, so
yeah, 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 yeah,
was
yeah. Yeah.
thinking like good segue. You want to start maybe? You have any?
Well, here's it's the thing that got to my head. I'm talking like to my friend, and one of the things is that how much I think old people should should be banned from post like not posting, uh, reposting. What do you call it? Resending like
Like
things, or
retweeting,
even
yeah.
watching videos. Like one per, one person I know, like a bit on the older side. They were watching a video about like this a preacher, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
like this preacher was saying stuff, and they were like, look, this thing that he said. And the thing is, the problem is, they were telling me how much he's saying this stuff, and it resonates. And my problem with it is that this guy is literally a guy like us in his room. You know, he has a good camera,
Mhm.
he wears like the amama, the the attire of like, how do you call it, of an imam or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and because he's saying that, they think that that's correct, and he's like talking about history, and it's all history is bullshit,
Okay.
you know. And I'm like, no, you should be banned from using this stuff. You should not use it because
Mm.
they will not fact check.
Yeah. So like
Uh,
old people like they don't fact check, yeah.
yeah, and like my idea is that they should not just resend anything. They should not watch videos on the internet. Any TikTok, they should be banned from TikTok
From
videos and
TikTok.
Instagram. Any real thing, they should not watch it.
Y-
You know?
You know how like they say, oh, like Chinese TikTok, they give like educational TikToks for like the algorithm for Chinese kids is educational.
Yeah.
Maybe like there should be like an algorithm specific for old people, like
Uh,
just like like facts. No like no
yeah.
sarcasm, like no like it should be just like or maybe like it should be like call this hospital, or like you probably have
It should be at the end of it, there should be like an automatic fact checker, not a fact, like bait, you know? It's
mm,
one guy who talks about things, but it shouldn't be like at the end of the minute. It should be like 20 seconds in.
mm,
It's a guy who tells you, and this is why Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he used to ride a Ferrari.
mm,
You know? And at the end of it, it's like, like not at the end, just at one point go, by the way, there were no Ferraris 1,400 400 years ago. And then like go back,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
This,
there's probably
yeah,
this guy who's gonna be like, actually, his camel, his name was Ferrari, actually. That's
Al-Burak.
and that's why Ferrari, because the guy who like those people who always say this guy was
There's a horse
Lebanese.
on the Ferrari, that's why it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's why Ferrari is called Ferrari, because the guy who creates Ferrari is actually Muslim, but he acts
uh,
Christian because he wants to be successful. Yeah, that's also an
yeah.
idea could be is there's like I think it's like 13. Like they in TikTok they check your age. You need to
Yeah.
be 13 or older. You should also have
Oh,
like a you need to
yeah,
be
yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
50 or
It's, you know what it
younger.
should be? You know what it
Yeah.
should be? There should be like this. Am I a robot? There should be. Am I an old person?
Am I an old person? Yeah, 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 yeah.
you
Yeah, like
know?
it's just like super small or it's like super tiny. Oh, what
Yeah,
else?
like they have to like to go close and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
just do this with their glasses to the
That's
point.
a weird
If you do
thing.
that instantly, oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
I
like
I used to have a joke about it that when you don't believe anything, when you don't believe what you're seeing, you have to do this.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Also like the maybe like yeah, like the captcha for the old people should be like, or like not captcha, like the proving you're not an old person should be like, what is this, or like who's this black guy, and they're like
Oh, you know what it should be?
BTD.
It should be the captcha for like the old people. Do you like Abdul Nasser?
uh,
Yes, you don't watch the video.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. Or like
Do you like this president? Yes, you should not watch this video. This
it should
video is
be
meant for you.
have have you voted for this president before? And it's just a
Oh
guy
no,
from
yeah.
like 20 or 20. Oh, sorry, people.
Uh,
70,
yeah,
70, year 70 AD.
oh man, that
Year
is funny
70
actually.
BPC. Year 70 before PCs, basically. I don't know. I was
Oh yeah.
trying.
Oh yeah. Do you know
So,
floppy disk?
I
Do you know
oh yeah.
floppy disk?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Don't watch this.
You're oops, I froze. Sorry,
Yeah, you
folks.
froze.
Uh,
No technical issues.
it's fine. We but I think also the you can do something with the like year something PC like PC something
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
BC or something like that.
Snapchat. Yeah. Where you born? Where you born? Wait, where you born? Uh, where you born? Let's say 1948 BC. BPC. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hello?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
you
Oh
here?
no, no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just
Can you fix your camera?
I'm
Because
trying
it's
to, man.
weird. It's like you're
I
stuck
have
like
like
this.
the small penis. Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it
Abed,
doesn't help though. I was talking about Asians in
Abed,
TikTok.
Elon Musk has this energy, you know?
Oy, oy, oy. 1 second, folks. Your boy is gonna be back. Oh, we can cut this actually from the
Yeah, we can edit it like, oh, we're
we
back
have
from the edit.
we have
That is
professional editors on the scene.
cool.
What other stuff about TikTok? Oh, and I'm back. I think so. Yeah, I am back. There's
Yeah,
only one
yeah.
God. People believe in him. Okay, yeah.
You said TikTok targeted. How do you say like targeted for children?
No, like TikTok has an algorithm for Chinese kids, which is usually educational, and I
And
think they
for
should make algorithm
first of
specific.
all,
Yeah, and also like
uh,
the are you 50 or younger? Like, you need to.
yeah, where you born, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you think uh, this president is good? Yeah, yeah, this is funny. It's very funny. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. And it's always like I always fear to press like play to watch what's the video going like one video which fucking killed me. It's I don't know, an Asian kid. He has like a mannequin,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and
Uh-huh.
he's like doing magic with the mannequin, and the mannequin has too many holes. I don't want to know why. I don't want I like deep holes. Well, not that deep, but and he's doing this magic, and he cut it in a way that the jury of America's Got Talent are like going, "Whoa!"
Ah.
And the reaction of the person was like, "Look, imagine like look how good he is." I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? This is so obvious that it's cut. This is obvious that it's fake, but they don't believe it's fake, and just making me like, it just made me physically like angry, to be honest. You know?
Now here's the thing. America's Got Talent, super fake.
Really?
It's oh yeah.
Really? Why?
I
Why? Why was something came out that it was super fake? That it
well
was all rigged, you mean?
yeah, well it's rigged. Sometimes like people are doing better than they are actually um
And
like
then they get kicked, you mean?
yeah. Like
Okay.
I remember heard the story of like one comedian, like super experienced comedian. He goes first round, and then there was like the second round where he no audience, he just performs for four judges.
Yeah.
And like I heard that he says he killed, but they edited that he didn't kill. Like
Oh my God.
like as if he bombed and they kicked him out. I know
Oh my
this
God.
and like it's super like you have a sad story or you're a young kid, you're gonna win, basically. That's
Yeah, yeah.
usually
You have
it.
a
Like
sob story. Or you
yeah.
have like a dance,
Uh
20,000 dance guys.
oh those people good.
Well, okay, yeah, the coordination is amazing, to be honest.
Uh
What
okay,
about you?
here's my bit. Maybe I'm not sure if I talked about it on the podcast, but uh I don't think people have suicide etiquette.
Goodbye, algorithm of YouTube. See you later.
But it's like I get you have like hardship in your life, but why is it like I hate like my idea is I hate people who jump on the subway or like do stuff in public because because your life sucks. You're fucking up my plans, basically.
Yeah. Your plans to do the same thing, yeah?
No, no, like
This is my line. This is not your line.
it's for me it's kind of like cutting your wrist
Yeah,
horizontally. It's like it's show off, like
that's not how you do it.
yeah, it's just my idea is like it's like
That's a funny angle. Like when you're showing, like, for example, this is not how you do it, and then you comment on, like, for example, how you would do it, or you comment on the right way, and you go, no, I'm not this,
mhm,
like, oh, you shouldn't do it horizontal. You should do it vertically in an angle.
mm,
Like, this is the proper angle. I just studied this stuff, whatever. Maybe you can, like, do it about that.
maybe
But, like, so you say they shouldn't do it on the subway. Okay, here's a question. Why do they do it in the subway?
I don't know. I actually don't. Maybe I
Is it
should
be
research. But
maybe it's research?
but
Best research is try it yourself.
my idea is like uh shooting yourself in the head at your apartment, hanging yourself at your apartment. It's respect. Like obviously, like I don't hope that people kill themselves. Obviously, I have to say that for the algorithm, just for the
The
algorithm.
algorithm was already fucked the first 30 seconds, by the way.
But
Just saying. Yeah.
it's like like
No,
kill
like,
yourself while what do you call how do you say it properly? Like keep in mind the other people who wanna like like live. Just because it's your last day doesn't mean you have to fuck up
it's my
my
last
day.
day at
Yeah,
work,
like yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
basically, yeah. That's just because it's like your last day doesn't mean you like get a show or whatever. It's just like
Like, the thing is that you say, like, the S word etiquette.
yeah.
Yeah. This is what's so fun. Like, there's an etiquette for it. There's already, like, an already made one. Like,
Mm-hmm.
here's what you should do. But also, here's the thing. Like, again, why in the subway? Why not do it off a bridge? Or, as you said, in your home? Like, is it less painful, more painful? Like, is someone gonna save you?
I would assume
You
subway is more painful because you can miss and then like your legs or whatever, like not if you die, but like something gets chopped off of you. Also, here's maybe an angle. Maybe you can tell me if it's funny or not,
Yeah,
or maybe if it's done. You know how like there's a height meters where when going on a roller coaster,
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
should check how depressed you are before getting in the
Oh, that's
subway.
good. That's good.
Like they're like it's a fun day today, and if you're like don't respond, like you're not
No,
allowed.
you know what? Like, everybody has those, like, the watches that check your heartbeat, or the level
The
of
fit
your.
bands or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, there should be a fit band for like this depression thing, and that's what they how they should enter the subway with.
Mm.
You
Like,
know?
oh
Like,
yeah. Like had an argument with his wife, like no, you can't.
yes, 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 yes. There should be levels, and then if you would say what the levels are, I think that could also be kind of, like, funny. For example, lost your job. That's like one level, you know, like, how do you call it? Getting depressed, basically. How
Mm.
much money you have in the bank when you put it, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
Uh, and if you're too depressed, what happens? If it doesn't let you in, what happens? Does it direct you to somewhere else?
Mm.
You know? So, like, here, go to the cashier. There's a noose. You can take.
Take yeah.
You
Also,
know?
you want to know something you pointed out because you said bridge. I don't mind people jumping off a bridge. Like obviously, don't do it, people. Uh,
Obviously.
call suicide but I don't mind people jumping off a bridge. I just mind like jumping onto traffic. I hate you. Like,
Oh, you know what's also interesting? Like, then, for example, when you put your wristband, like now, everything is connected. It's called like social engineering. Everything is connected to your phone.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
everything you have to put your phone, beforehand. So maybe when you do the depression like meter, you get a phone call,
Mm.
you know, and in that phone call, for example, it's your mother calling,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
or it's the suicide hotline or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Like someone calls you, or like the police come to you, it's like, don't worry, we're gonna beat the shit out of you. You know?
Well, that's Russia only. Like,
Oh no, it happened here in Jordan. Like there were guys who there was apparently a fad, a trend of people jumping off like the highest bridge in Jordan, which is the only bridge in Jordan. You know,
it can be. It's the
and
highest if it's the only one, basically.
uh, and so before they jump, they would get caught. And again, this is all allegedly. And the police would take them back to the police station, and they would wish they were like, listen,
I thought.
if you're gonna do it, make sure you're gone,
uh,
because not only are the police gonna get you, it's your family too. You know?
When you said like the police were gonna, you said the police take them back, and I just thought you were gonna say they take them back to the bridge for some reason, just to like round two motherfuckers. Like, or this side is actually the cooler
Do a
one.
somersault, do a somersault.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And maybe that could be another angle. Like if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna show off to the max,
Mm.
like put three camera angles, make sure that everything is live streamed or whatever. You know, I can't believe we're talking about.
Uh.
Well, I can actually. Yeah, yeah, but again, uh, well, one thing is what you can do here is, okay, don't ruin my day, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you have to tell us about your day, what you're gonna do. Like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna ruin my plans for example, essing myself, ending myself,
yeah, yeah.
or like, hey, I was on my way to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, maybe sometimes they save you.
Who saves you mean?
Like, so when they do it in the subway, they make
Ah,
you, yeah, like, oh man, like seriously, thank you for not getting me on that date. She didn't actually look like this,
oh, it was a
the thing you
catfish,
showed
basically.
me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I was about to get catfish, you know?
Or maybe that was her. Like she got catfished by me, and she's like, "I like that guy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'd rather kill
You know?
myself." Maybe, yeah, yeah, yeah. That could
You
be.
know? Or like something about cheating, for example. Like, oh, this made me not want. Well, that's kind of far-fetched. But also, like, I think you need a kind of a twist.
Yeah. Um,
Like, I like the thought that I like the thought. I like the thought that you know too much about it. That's in my head, you
hmm.
know. Like it's like, listen, I researched this stuff. It took me this amount of hours.
Like I'm actually trying to find out like why do they do this? Like why subways like or like train
There,
stations or like
there has to be a paper about it. But what I usually think it's like a statement for them, like to
maybe. Because for me, I
like,
always thought it's like impulse reaction. Like I like want to kill myself at this moment, and oh, I happen to be on the subway.
I really well, again, I'm not an expert, but I don't think so. I think it like some people like plan it, like literally plan it.
I like how you said I'm not an expert. Like there's this guy who's like I'm an expert. I tried to I jumped I committed I essayed or wait, essayed no essayed this the other oh wait,
Like,
I unalived myself 50 times. Just like there's this this guy. Uh
you know, no, I like this. Like, yeah. So it's like some people's like it's a statement for them. It has to do the largest impact they can, and that's how they do it.
You know,
But again,
this is what
yeah,
I want to believe in Buddhism. Like, I hope Buddhism is real for those people. I want them to get reincarnated to like an even more depressed version of themselves.
I don't think that's Buddhism, but yeah, I get it.
Oh, which ones are the reincarnation? Hinduism.
Uh, Hinduism.
Ah,
Yeah,
sorry, Buddhas. Sorry. You have
yeah,
the ism. Um,
yeah, the ism is there, so
I
thank God Islam doesn't have ism,
no.
but Christianity doesn't have any isms. Judaism doesn't have it. Well, there's Jewish doesn't have isms, but yeah, like I, also, uh, who are these people? You know, maybe that could be an angle. Do you think? If you talk
Like,
about who they are,
like,
like it's a kid, not it's, like it's a teenager or a, how do you call it, or a middle-aged person or in their 20s. Like one thing that used to kind of piss me off, but I know it's unsubstantiated. Like when uh, it's usually comedians who are like very, very young and they get on stage and they say like, I have a therapist, and it kind of pissed me off.
mm,
You know, I was like, but you're 18. What do you have to be depressed about? You know, but then again, it's a disorder, it's a disease. I know this is
yeah, yeah.
insensitive of me, but it was like it was always on my head. It's like, what the
I
frick?
I don't know. I don't think I could do therapy. Like, I
Oh,
wouldn't know what the fuck to it's like
you know?
like I'll be just talking to the therapist like, how do you like this joke? It's good. I just don't know how to
And the
open.
therapist were
Yeah.
like, it's great. Now pay me $100. It's
Yeah.
gonna be like the most expensive test joke ever.
Mm.
But one thing about what I know about like this therapy thing is a lot of time people go there with their already made discussions in their head.
Oh, so did they plan
Yeah,
what they're
yeah, yeah,
talking?
yeah. So when they go to the therapist, they will tell the therapist blah 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 everything, and then like it's what they have in their head, and the therapist at the end was like, so are you now ready to talk about what you want to talk about, or are you gonna keep on doing this like
Ah,
the recorded message you have for
mm,
me? This is a lot like this is a lot of things that happen is like they just say what they think is their problem, although the problem is more rooted somewhere
mm.
else,
I
you
don't know.
know?
The only thing I know about therapy is through Goodwill Hunting.
Oh, that's a
Well,
great
it's a
movie.
good, yeah, I like the movie.
I love
It's
that
like
movie, man.
I thought it's talking about how your wife farts a lot in the toilet.
Oh man,
That's therapy for
Some,
me.
something everybody's looking forward to. How my wife farts.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
yeah, like
yeah. Oh no.
oh, I'm just thinking about like this. It's like the this etiquette. The word etiquette in it is very
I
funny for
I
me.
That's what I think as well. Like, I think etiquette also like sounds funny.
Yeah, yeah.
S
It's I think
etiquette, yeah, like,
it's very funny that in a way that there's something common in between how they do it, not why they do it, and how they do it. Like, for example, what's the thing to explore is what is the thing that they all have in common?
also like with etiquette, maybe because we talked about like like cutting your veins or whatever. I don't know how to
Uh,
YouTube friendly this phrase.
it's already we're already
Uh
way past
but
it.
you know how like they
Yeah.
say like fork in left hand, knife in the right. Maybe that also that could be something like knife always has to be in the right hand. Something
Well,
so
usually a shaving blade is much sharper, but yeah, a
maybe
knife
like
takes time.
yeah, yeah, like maybe I can find parallels between like food etiquette slash like table
Oh,
etiquette
yes, yes, yes,
and
yes,
like
yes.
compare. Maybe that can also be a
Oh
good way
man.
to
I
dissect this bit.
the one thing I like is the depression meter,
Yeah, yeah,
the
that's
depression
also
measurement,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, 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 like
You know, and when they enter the metro, there has to be something like a journey, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
then, but at the end of it, you need what Vanya Stepanov once said. But you need a solution to the problem, you know.
Well, I think that's the solution is have like depression meter, like how roller
Ah,
coasters have
ah,
like how tall you need to be this tall to get on.
yeah.
You need to be this happy to fucking ride the train.
Like a quick joke there. Maybe you need this tall to make Uncle Santa happy. Yes.
What do you mean, Uncle Santa?
So, well, this is gonna go to another eight, like two taboo subjects, like what you say that you need to be this tall to get on a ride,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can make like a joke there is like you need this tall to be on a ride, or you need this tall, like
Hmm.
as in short, very short, or you need this age to
Like an
make you
elf,
happy,
basically, yeah.
or
Ah,
getting on Uncle Santa's third leg, you don't know, you get what I'm saying?
gotta suck to be
And
raped
then
by Santa.
and yeah, well, it is a surprise either way,
Yeah,
and you will know that he's real.
but also, like it's not a Santa thing to like you don't hear about Santas
Yeah,
like fucking kids.
yeah, because Santa is disguised as a priest.
No, priests fuck kids. Santas
Yeah,
don't like.
you know,
Really.
well, that's what priests should do. They should be disguised as Santa. That's how they get off, and they won't get caught.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be no priest fucking kids. Santa's not the problem.
Well, it's again, it's an urge, yeah. So maybe they just like when you look at a girl, when you want to date a girl, for example, or want to hit on a girl, whatever, before you see her, masturbate.
Ah,
And if you still see
bad.
her as the same before masturbation, hey, go on with it,
Yeah, no,
you know?
I have a
And that's
problem with that. Yeah, like that.
the dating part or the
Yeah, well, we
masturbation part.
spoke about it. Like I remember on our like last episode in our studio.
Uh-huh.
Like we like where I told you like I can't commit to dates
Yeah.
because I masturbate, which I turned into a bit that I'm still
Uh,
working on. But yeah,
you know, I really like that. And then the depression part, like again,
yeah,
you have, for example, the CrossFit,
yeah,
whatever it's
yeah,
called, and then like you test it. That's how you enter
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
metro, and you get a call on your phone, and it, depending on what level you have,
Mm-hmm.
someone calls you, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's where you need like a twist.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, yeah, yeah.
In it. Like your mother calls you and tells you, "I'm sorry for punching the shit out of you when you were three."
Mm-mm-mm.
You know, and whatever.
Anyways, I think yeah, we have to be
Yes.
wrapping up now
Yeah,
because
that's a great thing to wrap up on.
people love thy neighbor.
Yeah, and
Jesus
don't
Christ.
S yourself. Life
Oh no,
is okay. It's not that bad.
please. If you ever think about this, come on the podcast and you're gonna want to do it even more. So, anyways, people,
Thank you
goodbye.
so much.
Stay tuned for the next week's episode. We love you. Like, subscribe. Everything is in the description. Bye.
Now,